You were the man!
Oh my God!
Get it, Jax! Get it, Jax! Get it! Oh, that's a good one! Alright, get it in here! Oh! Wreck it. Alright, good job, Joey. It's a good one. Real fast, bud. Don't let the line go slack. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Proud of you, man. We worked our butts off for this deer. I mean, we really did. What's going on, everybody? We are finally hitting the road. Got the season opener for youth season in Kansas in a couple days, and we're leaving Virginia right now, heading out that way. Getting ready to swing by and pick Eli up from school. A few minutes early, but a little lucky joker. He gets to have a week off of school after not even being in school for a month. But you know, I guess it's all about priorities, right? But so we're gonna go pick up Eli and get on the road, and we'll update y'all along the way.
We got the package. Hey. Hey. You excited? Yeah. Well, you're on film.
All right, so we just picked Eli up from school, getting on the road. We've got 16 hours and 31 minutes from where we're at right now. It says we're going to be there at 6:58 Central Time. So time to kick back, and there's no way to rush 16 and a half hours. So just getting the mindset we're going to be in this car for a while. And yep, we're in the old Honda Civic with gas prices like they are. We got her loaded down. We don't need a ton of gear for what we're doing. I mean, it is a rifle hunt, so we don't need tree stands and, you know, all that stuff, and it's going to be hot, so we don't need a bunch of cold weather gear and all that. So we packed fairly light for, you know, what we're doing, and we're going to head out there and I guess strap a deer to the hood if we get one. But anyway, we're on the road. We'll check back in here in just a little. Well, we're still driving. I guess we've been on the road now for, let's see, it's 1:30 Central Time. So that puts it 2:30. We've been on the road for 12 hours. Got 7 hours left. We're going to drive at least as far as we can until I start getting tired. Maybe pull over and take a little nap at one of the truck stops. But we're going to try to push through so we can get there fairly early in the morning, maybe right around, see if we can put eyes on a deer before we lay down, take a little nap, get up and do one last scouting trip tomorrow evening. Starting to get excited. About, I guess, a little over 24 hours before we get up to get going for the first morning. So starting to feel real. Alright, little update. We are still driving. It is 6:50 Central Time. Drove through the night, and I'd say probably about an hour, well, I guess 2 hours ago, I got pretty tired, so I pulled over and took a little bit of a nap. And we've been on the roads, let's see, 16 hours so far, I think, 17 hours, something like that. Eli's been awake for maybe 4 of them. One of them was the hour that I was taking a nap, and he kept tapping me on the head about every 5 minutes, asking if I was ready to go. So, you know, if you have kids, that's pretty much par for the course. But anyway, we're back on the road. I'm feeling better. We're gonna stop up here and get us something to eat. But We've got 2.5 hours or so till we get to our destination. Probably going to take a little bit of a detour and go check out a few spots. I know that they're cutting corn in the area, not a whole lot maybe up where we're at, but going to check it out and just see kind of what the deal is with that, and then head on to the house, take a nap, and get up and do some scouting this evening.
We just got a bunch of groceries for the week, and we forgot that we had no room to put everything. So, Eli, show them your stash.
Hi.
He is loaded up. We are almost to Dustin's house. Just made it to Dustin's house. He has such a pretty home, we love it. And we're unloading the car as fast as we can because Alex has to take a nap, because last minute he was able to get permission from a landowner for some private property. So he has to take a nap before we meet the landowner at 3.
Just blowing up the mattress.
Eli's getting his bed ready.
Alright, so we just got home from checking out some land. We rode around in a gator. It had brushy bottoms, creek bottoms, and it was really nice. And then we rode around for like about an hour, just checking it out. Then we went back and talked to him for about another 2 hours. Then came home, and now we're about to go scout a little bit more, and then we're gonna go hope for the best tomorrow. All right, see you guys.
Good morning. The day has finally come. It is the official 2022 opener for deer season, September 3rd here in Kansas. It's about 5 o'clock. We are almost to the property that we're going to start out on today, and more or less it's going to be walking the top of this pasture ridge, kind of glassing down on the bottom. It's a just brushy, oaky creek bottom that goes about 2 miles. We're going to walk the whole thing, glass, and just see we can put eyes on a big buck. Never been out to this spot. This is a spot that we went to yesterday and picked up from the landowner that gave us permission. So kind of a scouting / hunting trip. Like I said, there's a potential of it being really good for a number of reasons. So hopeful, but at the same time, you know, I'm not going to be discouraged if we don't see a lot of deer this morning.
So we're about to leave the spot that we came in this morning. We saw a few does, some turkeys, heard them like a little ways away. Came in at like, what'd you say, like 7?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, came in at like 7. Yep. We're about to leave, so.
Morning number 1 in the books. Starting to get hot now. We saw, what, 7, 8 does, something like that. And no bucks. They stopped moving pretty early. I don't know, we walked at least 1.5 miles back in here. I'm walking out right now. We're gonna ride around and do some recon, see which fields, cornfields might have been cut, and go check a couple trail cameras and get some lunch. But all in all, a good morning. I mean, we hadn't scouted this property at all, other than just getting permission from the landowner yesterday, and don't know that we'll be back here this trip, but definitely wanted to put a point on and be a pretty good rut spot, I believe, just the way that the creek bottom runs the length of, I mean, it's 2 miles from one end to the other. I'm sure bucks would be cruising, bumping does all the way up and down that. So didn't get anything, but beautiful morning, and we're gonna start putting the pieces together slowly. So,
well, we're going to our special spot where we've been watching that big buck. We didn't see him yesterday even, so fingers crossed he'll make an appearance this evening. Day 2, we're getting ready to head out to the cove. We didn't update y'all yesterday because we were super busy. Eli ended up kind of getting sick, and he's all better now, ready to rock and roll.
Evening number 2, we're heading to the same spot we went yesterday. I don't even know that we did a whole lot of filming this morning. Eli wasn't feeling good at all yesterday. He actually ran a low-grade fever most of the day, and then last night it kind of hit him pretty hard. So we more or less just rode around and glassed this morning. Saw one pretty nice buck that was on private land bordering public, but nothing else really worth mentioning. And the deer just aren't moving that well after light, which, I mean, is pretty typical for this time of the year. But we're heading to the stand, and we just stopped at Panda Express, and Eli got a fortune cookie. And you can read it to him, Eli. What's it say?
It says you have, wait. Oh, you have tremendous potential for success.
Yep. So we were already saying that we kind of had a good feeling about the day, which I
had the feeling, but I didn't want to say it and then jinx anything. I just had a good feeling.
I've had plenty of good feelings in my life, though, for saying I was going to kill a deer or whatever else, and that hadn't panned out too. But so we'll see. But we'll be at the stand here in about 10 minutes. We're gonna go in a little bit deeper this evening. There were some deer that were about 500 yards away that stayed in the woods. We're gonna try to get a little bit closer to them and get a little bit better vantage point as well. But we'll see what happens. Didn't talk to y'all this morning. I don't know if we did any recording this morning before we went or while we were there. We're actually having a little bit of issues with our camera. Had to return it and get a new one. But we went and more or less just went on a little scouting trip this morning. Saw some nice bucks. Saw two that I think were pretty good. They went up before it got light and bedded down, or right at light. I mean, it wasn't enough time to see them in the scope, determine what they were, and then shoot them too. But got some good intel there. We're going back this evening to where we have been hunting the last 2 evenings, and we got a little bit of a game plan. We're gonna go to the back corner. We've been hunting the front side, and we're gonna go 500 yards further in to the back of this flat. And the way that we're gonna access it is walk the creek bottom down through there. So we just went to Walmart and bought the cheapest tennis shoes they had for each of us, and we're gonna wade this creek back to the back and take a little bit of a bath with our Scent-Away soap when we get in there. And we're gonna get in there real early so we have plenty of time to get in there, get set up. Okay. It's gonna be a little risky. We do have a chance of, you know, possibly busting these deer out of there. But where we've been sitting, they're too far away. It's too thick, and we really just can't get on them like we need to. And we could sit here for the rest of the week and not get a good look at them, or possibly even get a shot at them just because of that. But so we're taking a gamble this evening. We're gonna get in tight and hopefully get a shot at one of the big bucks. So
tell them what we're doing.
So we're going down to like this little canal, I guess, that like comes from the lake. And we're gonna wade it.
What's the reason for that?
So we don't leave any scent.
And we gotta get closer.
Yeah, we gotta get closer so we can drop that big buck.
Night 3, went back to the same place we went the first 2 nights, and hiked the creek all the way back to the back corner, got set up, and had probably the biggest deer that I've ever seen before in my life by far, body wise, pop out at 10 yards, and he had probably about a, what'd you say, 35-inch rack. He had like a cactus type rack on one side and then 3 points on the other. And I don't know if he's really old, got hurt, bad genetics, what, but he's definitely an old deer. We saw him last night and he is an absolute tank. But saw him, saw some does, and 2 little bucks, and that was it. It was a really slow night. We hiked way back in there, got wet. We took a bath with a gallon jug of water we took back in there, and poked holes in the top of it and did the whole thing. We did it right, and then the deer just weren't moving this evening. I don't know if it was the pressure. My app for game movement said that today was a poor day. Pressure was decent. It was 29.9. I don't know, but regardless, we're just now getting home. It was quite the trek, quite the ordeal getting back in there, and it was an adventure, but that's about it. Getting everything charged up, cleaned up, clothes washed. Gonna try to get in bed by 12 and be back up by 3:30. Don't even know where we're going yet, but we're in Kansas, so we're going somewhere. And see if we can get lucky, I reckon. So we're gonna hit this thing. Good morning. It is morning number 5, September 7th. We are headed out to the spot we've been hunting in the evenings a lot. Gonna give it a try in the morning. The deer haven't been really moving very well in the evening. The moon's kind of got them coming out right at daylight, dark, and then I guess they're moving all night, and they're kind of staying out in the morning a little bit when we've been out, taking their time getting back to bed. So we're gonna go try this spot in the morning. Gonna access it a little bit differently. Hopefully try not to spook anything going in. And we're gonna make a little bit of a move on them too, to get a little bit deeper in on the other side, which I don't know, we hadn't been there, don't know exactly what all we'll be able to see, but we're gonna get in here and give it a shot. Seeing a few deer on the way to the stand this morning, so hopefully they'll be moving a little bit, and hopefully we can get it done. Morning 5, I only have a few left, so we'll see what happens.
Evening number 6. We're heading to a place that we haven't hunted yet. We saw a really big buck there in July, so we're just gonna try it out. We have a lot of cameras there. we're gonna go to a spot where we can see a lot of the spot, except for this one bean field that it's over to the side.
Pick the good luck bullet.
That's the same one.
No, it isn't.
It is.
How?
Are you sure? It might mean.
No.
It might mean it's. Hold on. That was your first choice both times. Maybe it is good luck. It just hadn't been good luck yet. What do you think? You wanna roll with it?
Sure.
Well,
It's your pick. That's the one you picked.
He's moving. That looks like a fox.
Morning number 7, going into set where we have, well, I guess where we hunted yesterday evening, about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile from where we were sitting yesterday evening, and hopefully get on some of these deer that we glassed up yesterday morning. A few nice bucks in there. And access is a little tricky. You gotta cross a creek, walk through some CRP, get up on top of this, not even a hill really, just trying to get a little elevation to be able to see into it. And we'll see what we can do. There's a few nice bucks. Hopefully Eli can finally squeeze the shot off on one. He had 2 pretty nice bucks about 100 yards yesterday evening. I don't guess we talked to you, but they're nice bucks. Definitely some bigger ones over here, and ultimately he really didn't have a great shot anyway. They were in tall soybeans, and hopefully we don't regret it, but if it comes down to it, we don't get one. Those are the type of deer really that we can kill in Virginia, and looking for something a little bit bigger anyway. So we're going to give it a shot this morning and see what happens.
Meh. 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 Racket.
He's down. He's down. I just saw him go down.
Hang on.
I just saw him go down.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure his rack was flailing everywhere.
exit hole. Like,
That's it. That must be exit hole, right? Dude.
It's cool.
Look, he's not the biggest Kansas buck, but that is a
He's
pretty buck, man.
Look how he curves around.
Yeah. That right there is wild too.
yeah.
Hey.
Hey, look at that. It's like coming off to the side.
I'm pretty sure we got a picture of this. I think I recognize it. Look at the side of
Good.
this mule, man. And the side of his head.
Where'd he hit him?
That's where it came out. Here, let me flip him over.
That's cool.
It don't get any better than that, buddy.
This is gonna be a pain taken out.
It does not.
He is the size
Look
of
at
a
the size
cow.
of the freaking deer.
Look how wide he is right there, Eli.
That's cool.
I think that's from damage or something.
You can tell that he just rubbed it off, or like.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Let me see. So what happened this morning? Tell the story.
So we kind of we walked through this. We walked straight through this. Well, not straight through the field. Like, I don't know. Anyways, we saw a few deer right at light, and they were pretty nice bucks. Not him, but
Saw the wide velvet 8-pointer.
Yeah, wide velvet 8-pointer. We saw him. Then we saw the another 8-pointer. He was out of velvet, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That wide 8 was the only one beside those real small bucks that were still in velvet. But
Then we saw the real small bucks, a few does, and then we see his rack out of the grass, and he says to get on him, and I'm like, okay. So
it was 216 yards is what I ranged him at.
216, and I put it right behind his shoulder.
And drilled him.
How big he is.
Yeah, his body's huge. I don't know what he weighs, but he's a freaking toad.
Probably like
Over 200 pounds.
over 400, probably.
I don't think so. But, well, now the work begins, man.
Yep.
Proud of you, man. We worked our butts off for this deer. I mean, we really did. We hiked miles and miles and miles and miles in 95+ degree weather. Sweated our butts off. And then we've got chiggers. We've got tore up by briars and
Ticks.
everything. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. And, you know, it's, I told you hard work pays off, man, and you're holding it in your hand right now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
that's the conclusion of several months of preparation, a trip out here scouting, and lots of...
Did we even see this deer?
Pretty sure I got a picture of him. That's a whole lot of blood, sweat, tears, money, effort, persistence, and everything right there in his hands. I mean, and that's what it's all about, you know. Learning life lessons, whether you know it or not, boy. So we're gonna wrap this up, get this thing out of here. It's supposed to get hot today, so we're gonna get this joker out of here so he doesn't spoil. All right, we are packing this deer out. Kind of wrapping up the hunt here. Kind of came full circle when we came out to scout in July. My friend Dustin that we're staying with told us a place that we could go and find, possibly find some arrowheads. And we brought the family down. We were playing in the creek catching crawdads, and Eli found some sort of scraper that had been worked by the natives. And anyway, we were wrapping that up and happened to look up and see this group of deer standing up on the hill. Got the spotting scope out, and I put a picture up. This buck was one of them. This buck was the biggest one in the group, and just kind of cool how it's come full circle. You know, that was the first good deer we saw when we came out scouting, and to you know, have the whole family here, see him in the spotting scope. And you know, my 3-year-old Jax, he saw him, and for Eli to end up killing him, you know, on our trip out here is just pretty special. Even though Jax and Jillian weren't with us, they were part of the hunt. They helped us scout and helped us find this deer. So, you know, that's what it's all about, is just making memories with your family. And, you know, that's what you take with you. And you can make all the money in the world and have all the things you want, but this right here is truly what it's all about, is spending time with your family, making memories, and just enjoying each other in the outdoors. So, hope y'all enjoyed this. I know we did. We're exhausted, sweaty, and ready for a shower, but every bit of it was worth it, from the hard work to the, you know, lack of sleep and everything in between. And you know, the trophy is on Sahara's back right now, and also the memory we have that will, you know, be with us forever. So anyway, see y'all later.